What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Diesel Dog video. Another video of me working on my own junk. So my door has been screeching, squawking at me for about a year now. I've been able to put some penetrating oil on the hinge here and there and maintain it a little bit. But it's getting to the point where that ain't helping anything at all. And I've seen a lot of posts on the Silverado Facebook group where people are asking about it, and a bunch of people keep saying, you know, put grease in it or spray it with PB Blaster, WD-40. It's a temporary fix, all right? You'll keep it, kind of lube it up a little bit, but I'm going to show you exactly what is squawking at you when these things start doing it. So here's our old hinge down in here. What I bought was a complete replacement hinge here. This came off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. It came raw metal. I painted it with some Rust-Oleum and then hit it with some Duplicolor white that I just got from O'Reilly's. So it is painted white. I mean, it's going in there. Nobody's going to see it, so it's not a big deal. Just keep it from rust and paint it up. Anyways, this little roller right here is what is squeaking at you. Not the hinges itself. Those on these trucks I haven't seen fail. Right here, that little roller right there. In there you can see it's pretty rusty. So basically, it's just moving when you're closing your door. It should roll on that arm there. And it's just metal on metal. You hear how bad it is. So that is what is actually squawking at you. You can put some PB Blaster on there and it'll kind of, you know, soften the squawk in there, but unless you free up that roller, put a new pin, you can replace just that roller. But this thing was like 25 bucks off Amazon, so I'm just throwing the whole thing in there. It'll be easier if that thing's got to come off to replace that pin anyways. I'll just throw the whole thing in there. So first things first, you got a 13 there, you got two more 13s behind it, one there, and then on the door itself looks like two 10s. I've never actually replaced one of these, so this is the first one I'm doing, but that's basically what you got. You're gonna want a jack underneath the door so you can kind of maneuver a little bit. Ideally you would like a piece of wood underneath there so it's not just the metal jack on the bottom of your door. Couldn't find a block of wood, so I gotta fold it up. You know, 12 pack of beer. We got it. We got her under there, so we can start pulling this thing off. I am going to pull this one out first. There's that. I had to slightly close the door here, and I was able to get my ratchet from underneath on the back side. And a little tight, but hopefully we can get this bolt loose. There's that. All right. Oh man, it is tight, I will say that. There's one. And we got to get the other one that is on top. I wonder if we can go through here like this. Nope, no, no, no. Go from the bottom. All right. Here we go. I'm a little cockeyed, but I can kind of go through the middle of the hinge here and it's moving. There's those 13s. Now you just got that 13 there. You'll have to get yet. I think I'm gonna pull these 10s off first, and then we'll get that thing. Make sure you got your door supported with your jack. And, oh, did I grab the wrong socket? That is a 9. I figured out the problem. Someone's been in my sockets and probably got them all mixed up. I'm assuming it'd be that 3-year-old that keeps running around here wreaking havoc. 10 mil. 10 mil. I'm going to lift up on the jack just so I can see a little bit of a gap there. A little more maybe. Yeah, that should be all right. Get this LR13 and hopefully she slides out the bottom, because I don't think it's coming out the front, or back I should say. Make sure you don't mix up your bolts, because it looks like that one's a little bit longer than the other 13s. Something to watch out for. So here we go. Come up a little bit more with our jack. Let's see if we can, oh yeah. There you go. Look at that. Little comparison for you. Look at that thing. Rusted up solid. Really, probably no way I was ever going to free that back up. Like I said, what I saw was they make a pin kit. But for the price, you don't even have to mess with it. Just get one of these and paint her up, throw her in there. So try to weasel this thing back up in there. Another thing I'll point out real quick is this thing came in the closed position. The door was, this was swung around here. So you're gonna have to get it to line back up with your door, that has to be open to get all your bolts and everything. You're gonna have to open this thing up. So I had to take some channel locks, put it here, and take a screwdriver and pry that thing up. It took quite a bit of effort. Watch your fingers, that kind of snapped open. So just a heads up, that's what I had to do. You can see they're both in the same position. It's in the position that the old one came off. So now we can put our bolts in and everything will line back up. I didn't want to have to fight trying to get this thing swung open while it was in there. So watch out for that. Here's that. And I think we'll throw this back 13 in first, just to have it hung in there. That white looks like it's not exactly matching, but it's a door hinge, so I'm not really too worried about it. Now let's try to get our 10s started. Let's see where we're at. So I might need to slide it up just a hair, scratch my new paint off, that's all right. All right, there's that. Well, now that one doesn't want to start, so I guess I will loosen these back up. Might have to. I wonder what we're, oh, that was moved a little bit there, so maybe that's what we needed. Let's try this. There we go. I think I just needed to give it a little, I think I just needed to pull it out a little bit for an adjustment. So let's get this thing. This bottom The backside bottom 13 is a little bit of a pain, but just gotta be pretty patient. You can see I'm just in from the bottom. I'm on it, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to ratchet this whole one in. I can't get it by hand, so it takes patience. Not gonna be able to get it exactly where you were at right off the bat before, so ease into it, check your gaps. You can see I've got a pretty good gap up there. As I come down, we are not so hot. Gap starting to touch down at the bottom. So I'm gonna open it back up. I'm gonna jack my door up. Go ahead and get your adjusting pad under there, and you're gonna come up on it a little bit at a time. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna go ahead and snug these up first. All right. So, full disclosure, this thing has been fighting me getting it lined up. And little helper here is about to set her up straight. Watch out, Kason. Watch out, buddy. Back up a little bit. Okay, watch. Let's close the door. Can you close it for me? Okay. All right, so we getting it closed. I'm just a hair off. Like, I can feel it hitting the top of the latch right before it latches, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of body weight adjustment here. Gonna tweak it a little bit. Give it some of these. Oh yeah. Let's see what we got here. Probably still about the same, but barely touching here. Oh, let's see what that does. It's not perfect. Yeah. I can see I'm pretty well lined up. Aftermarket parts, so sometimes there's always just a hair difference, and they're not always perfect, but for this old truck, I mean, just not having it squawking at me feels awesome. My gap up here is pretty good. The gap's good. Just back here, I mean, I'm nitpicking right now because it's lined up. Like, see how it feels inside. It's not squeaking. I'll take it for a win. All I gotta do now is snug up the bolts the rest of the way, and we'll be done. All right, snug these buttons up. That one. So actually, once I snugged up those bolts, it brought her even more into a line. Like, it's basically perfect now. See, my gap is pretty good. It almost looks like I barely have a little bit over on that side. Like maybe a scotch more up top. No, it's good enough, I'll tell you that. It's not squawking and chirping at me and eating my soul away, so that's a win. Perfect. So if you get a squeaky door on one of these body style Silverados, check that. Yeah, next thing on this thing, as you can see, we got a rear main leaking, so that's nice. So we're gonna have to buckle down. It's getting worse, so we're gonna have to change that here real soon. Hopefully you guys found this video a little helpful. Didn't go as smooth as I had hoped. I'm not gonna lie, getting that thing lined up was a little bit more of a pain than I anticipated. So if you guys experience that, just be patient. Move around a little bit, snug it up, pull up on it as good as you can, get a hand, someone lift up on it while you tighten it, or get the jack under there, but that's what I had to do. It took a little bit. I probably been messing around for about 20 minutes trying to get that thing lined up, not gonna lie. So that's gonna do it for me in this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.